So next we talk about part two, which is software library. So this is pretty much where all the application sits, where the operating system sits, all the updates. So the first bit is application management, and this is where you can create all your applications. These applications can be deployed to task sequences as well, but for most of it, I've deployed it through Software Center. The most common ones we've done is actually through which is all applications here. This was the most recent one that was deployed, which was deployed to all users. So that means any user that goes to Software Center will see this. Zoom, which is set as required, so all these applications are deployed. By Telstra, this is only deployed to SAE staff devices. For Teams, this is deployed based on user. So required, set on that. For different applications, like so you can see deployment set at 2, that's all deployed, so that's required. Applications sets available, so you have to download. This has the latest version of Adobe Acrobat Reader DC20. There's different applications like Chromium, so this is a new application that was recently released early this year by Microsoft, and that's actually says that. So that's actually deployed to all DPs, all distribution points. Something that I created a while back was PowerShell. That's deployed to all the endpoints. It's up to the end user to install them at their own pleasure. And you can see right here is deployed to available. You've got different stuff as well. I've got offline store apps. This actually all links up to these. Some of these are deployed, some are not. As we don't really use Windows Store apps too much. We have the actual license information for store apps up here. So this is actually all talking to Azure or Office 365, and you'll see it right there. Next, we've got the packages. So these packages are ideally good for SCCM task sequences. So these two are right there by default. User step migration tool is actually used for a task sequence. We don't really use it too often, but it's there. We've got different packages, so the ones that we generally use is Global T1 packages, and these ones are actually all deployed either through, it's similar to application, but with the application you've got a bit more play with setting up detection methods and stuff like that. You don't want to deploy to VMwares, that kind of thing. With packages, they're a bit refined. You can only use requirements dependencies. So, like this 7-zip, you can tell that it's deployed. It has 2 installers, one's 64 and one's 32, and it's pretty straightforward. This is properties. So, if we want to add this application to a task sequence, we go to Advanced tab, and you can see that this is ticked, allow this program to be installed from the install package task sequence without being deployed. So this actually talks, this is actually led to the UDI applications, which actually links up to the SCCM tasks, to the SCCM task sequence. We've got other applications here too. So if one's like that, they're forced to be deployed, would be group tags, which I know, and you can tell that's actually set to deploy to all staff deployments and student deployments as well. We've got MDT packages here, so we've got UDI packages, which is all relevant to our task sequence in there, which I'll show a bit later. Application requests. This only comes in play when we deploy an application from here, and it requires the administration permissions. Then this will pop up. Global conditions, we don't really use them, but you can customize it to your needs. It's mostly used for student machines, but we do use it in some areas. AppV virtual, we don't have any AppV virtual environments that we use from SCCM. We've got Windows side loading keys as well. We've got app configuration policies, which we don't use. The next one, which is all software updates. So I've integrated Patch My PC. That means it's a third-party vendor. And if I go to add criteria at the far right, scroll down, select vendor, add, select Patch My PC. It will show you all the available application packages for Patch My PC. So you see some here have next to download and deployed, yes, that means it's been it has an actual ADR, which is automatic deployment rules, which is right here. So I go right here and we'll go to Zoom, for example. So Zoom, I've created an ADR. It's pretty straightforward. So if I select create ADR, it will ask you for a template. So you can put in test1 collection. Obviously we want to target a collection, so we can do Autopilot, for example, just as a test. Ideally you would create a new software update group, select next, use Wake on LAN, so yes on that, next. You choose your article, you choose your vendor. So in this case I'll just choose Patch My PC for testing purposes. Title, I just go, I want to deploy FileZilla, and if I type in preview, it will show me all the available versions of FileZilla. So if I want to just lower it, not to show superseded ones, I click superseded and click no, and click preview again. It will give me a different outcome. So it will give me the latest versions for FileZilla that's available. I click close. I click the evaluation schedule. Sometimes, as you don't know when there's a new release of an application, you normally select do not run. But for Windows 10, all the Microsoft products, we normally run a schedule. Deployment schedules, deployment time. I normally put installation as soon as possible. That means it will kick off as soon as possible. There's no deadline for it. User experience, obviously, we want to put a system restart, suppress any restarts on the servers and workstations. Alerts, it's on by default, but I normally turn it off. Deployment package, and you have to create a new one. So when you create a new one, you actually create a package here. So all ADRs actually sit on D drive. You go to source, you go to updates, and you go to ADR. So ADR, these are all your general ones. For Patch My PC, they're all here, they're floated here. So I can go tests, for example, and create a new folder, which I won't in this case. And then once that's done, distribution points, you distribute these points to an ADR, and there you go. So once the ADR is kicked in, it will actually create a software update group, which runs here. So the most recent one was Windows Server patching Windows 7. Putty was something I just created last week, or pretty much earlier this week, and that kicked in straight away. So you can tell what's a compliant percentage, and you can tell that it's actually created by the auto update rule engine, so that's ADR. If it was done by myself, which is this one, it would be under my name. Next we've got the next we've got the third-party software catalog. So obviously Patch My PC is actually sitting on another server, so that will talk to SSN itself. These are all the ones that I published not too long ago. So these three, these are there by default. We don't have Lenovo, so that's why it's failed. Drivers, you can import drivers if you like. So just import driver. Normally with importing drivers is actually through going to the website and grabbing the CAD file, extract it and put it in a USB file path, and then off you go. It'll detect, it'll give you errors if it can't import it. With importing, we don't actually import a boot image, it's just a driver package. With driver packages, same thing, we've got the same hierarchy here where we've got global drivers, we've got all Windows 10, we've got Dells. So all these ones are actually sitting here right there. There are newer versions of this, that's why we have the Dell command import system where it actually imports the actual drivers for you. HP, which is what we have as well, iMac as well. Intel Linux and Microsoft. We've got retired drivers here. That's if we don't want it, we can move it over. We've got operating systems here, which is a global off OS image. This is a reference capture, and this is distributed to all DPs, excluding cloud DPs, as we're not reimaging over cloud over VPN. We've got the operating system upgrade package, which is just pretty much a custom an ISO, and you just mount it to actually pull the actual package for end users. Boot images are these two are the main ones. Without boot image, you can't actually pixie boot, or you can't actually do a WinPE. In task sequences, we've got task sequences here. Our main ones are actually global OSD task sequences. Zoom staff. This is a different one that I've been working on for quite a while. The common ones, which is upgrade to Office 2019 32-bit, 64-bit, 365, 32, 64. That does the same thing. If you're on Office 2010, Office 2013 or 16, something older, this will be your way to upgrade. And this is actually deployed through Software Center. So for these ones, so let's deploy through Software Center. Let's put Software Center, so you can tell by the success rate or not. This is a custom upgrade task sequence, so we've got different ones. And yeah, we've got offline task sequences. That's if you want to create your own custom task sequence, which you can do by right clicking and select create task media. And you can just go standalone media. So this pretty much creates an offline ISO, and you can give this to any IT person that needs to image the device. So obviously you can select that. I won't go through in detail about it. So if you want like an offline storage, I normally go for sources right here. So sources offline, and I'll go to test ISO. And that will go there. Security, obviously we don't be protected. If you want to, you can, doesn't matter. Just choose a task sequence to what you want to do. So I choose offline, and I normally create my offline task sequences here. And the most recent one I did was through USA Corp. So do that, for example, it will grab it, it will check your task sequence, what applications they have on there, you create and so forth. Since some packages are missing, that's not a good example. So click exit that one. We've got Windows 10 servicing, so we've got servicing plans that are put in place last month, and ideally this is pretty much a direct upgrade to Windows 10 1909. We've got this desktop analytics servicing, which is pretty much this talks to Azure, and this will create deployment plans. I haven't really touched it too much. You got Microsoft Edge updates, which is pretty much an ADR. It's actually all sitting up here in automatic deployment rules. And then you got Office 365 client management. This pretty much gives you an overview of which versions devices that have 365 or don't. And you got scripts. These scripts are heavily used by Gary. I sometimes do use it too. And create scripts is pretty straightforward. Create a script, you import it, and once you import it, you will have to actually approve it later. And that's it for part 2.